Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Indra Saputra. I am a law student in class B, and now I will read the Unit 3 text by title Marriage Law Reforms. Marriage Law Reforms. Major partition of the statutory personal law enacted in the various Muslim countries represent a mere codification of the established law or at best unification of hitherto divergent legal principles. There is, however, no reason to deny the fact the current provisions in this law have introduced significant reform in the traditional law. The principal reforms so introduced in one country or another relate to a. Marriage age for men and women and difference of age between parties to marriage. B. Role of marriage guardian in the application and solemnization of marriage. C. Registration and documentation of marriage. D. Monetary aspect of marriage, dowry and expense. A. Polygamy and right of co-wives. F. Maintenance of wife, family and matrimonial home during the substance of marriage. F. Maintenance of wife, family and matrimonial home during the substance of marriage. G. Unilateral divorcee right of parties to marriage and ground for judicial divorce. H. Post-divorce relief for the parties, especially for women. I. Period of gestation and its implication. J. Parents' right relating to custody and guardianship of children, especially of mother. K. Inheritance of certain close relatives, surviving spouse, daughter, brother, sister, grandfather, and descendants of predeceased children. L. Case of the legate, especially their eligibility to receive a bequest. M. Validity, tenure, and management of family works. Reform in these areas have been effective. Different reform in different countries, either under the provisions of comprehensive codes or law, or personal status or family right, or by way of sporadic legislation. The search material for all the approached reform have been located by the jurists and the legislation of the Muslim world in the depth, divergence, flexibility, and richness of the legal principles within the past framework of the Sharia. It is nobody case in the Muslim states, including Turkey, that personal law has been codified and reformed merely to modernize or westernize the law, nor have their architect, advocate, and exponents ever quoted any wholly un-Islamic source for any of these reforms. The motives behind and the object of all this legislative activity have been as told by the reformers. The need to systematize personal law on the pattern of other law since codified. The desire to benefit from lesser known and hitherto neglected principles and juristic opinion within the fold of the Sharia, the will to check misinterpretation, misapplication, and growing misuse of the Sharia law, of which there were greater chance and possibility in its uncodified state. The policy of nationalizing and truly Islam seeing the law, and the argue to rebuild the society in conformity with the original unadulterated socio-legal principles of Islam. In several countries, the ulama have approved or have been closely associated with the reform effected. At the same time, some of the reforms in some countries have been opposed and criticized by certain sections of religious leaders and scholars. This has happened in Iraq, Indonesia, Pakistan, Tunisia, South Yemen, and Turkey. On some occasions, their objections were accepted and the reforms proposed already affected, dropped, revealed, or modified. Man Search Tahir Mahmud, 1987. Personal law in Islamic countries, history, text, and comparative analysis. Thank you. Mohon maaf bila ada kesalahan. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.